Good afternoon. It's time. It's time. I'm late. It's Thursday, but it's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, Mike C., of course. And as always, the star, the perpetual star, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Bucky, what in the world do you have in front of you today? Bucky says, you're my buddy or my buds. What? Oh, they're buds. They're earphones that my beautiful wife bought me for Valentine's Day. And they're charged. Just haven't used them yet. We're getting there. And so I thought, well, let's use that as a prop. I'll tie it in somehow. I haven't figured it out yet, but we'll work on that. But yeah, they're great. And I just happened to mention like a week or so before Valentine's. And so she went on and bought them, which was great. She got her Valentine's present in the mail finally today. It's one of those light up roses. I thought it was really cool looking. And it was also our anniversary. We had a great dinner, and it was a great time. Yeah, we went for a steak dinner, and it was very nice. But I'm late, so we got this Bucky's mock draft. And oops, there we go. We just dropped Bucky. There we go. Let's try to do that again. All right. This was off another NFL simulator. Some changes. It's no fun to make the same mock draft every time. Why post it? So yeah, a little more research, a little more ups and downs here and that. A few new people in here keeps it more interesting. There's a lot of mock drafts coming out now, because the Super Bowl's over. And again, congratulations to the Rams and Matthew Stafford. And I posted a little congratulatory video, which I doubt anybody will see, but that's okay. But yeah, let's get this done, Bucky. The first overall pick. The first few haven't changed, but that's okay. Let me get that. Yeah, we don't want to see that. There we go. The Jacksonville Jaguars picked Evan Neal, offensive tackle from Alabama. You got to protect your overall number one quarterback from last year, Trevor Lawrence. So I think that's very important to do that. I've seen some still have, the next guy coming up. But I think for overall team protection, I think Evan Neal would be the safest pick, and to protect Trevor Lawrence. And so I went with him again. Second overall pick, your Detroit Lions select Aiden Hutchinson. Edge of Michigan. I really seriously doubt that's ever going to change unless Jaguars pick him first, or they trade down, which is a possibility. I've seen that in a few mock drafts. They got 3 picks for that second overall pick, a little high, but we'll see. But right now, I'm locked into Aiden Hutchinson. With the third overall pick, the Houston Texans select Kayvon Thibodeaux, edge from Oregon. Another possibility for the Lions. I've seen quite a few mocks that have him there. He worries me a little accident prone, injury prone, I should say, and but very talented. His ceiling is higher, I believe, than Hutchinson, but I don't know. There's something about him. I mean, I'd be happy to have him. But he's going third overall to the Texans. At number 4, I've got Kyle Hamilton, the safety from Notre Dame. A player I'd really like the Lions to get, and if they trade down a couple spots, I'd be perfectly happy with that, because they really need a safety. You can also use him at outside linebacker. But, safety at number 2 is too high. So he's going number 4. At number 5, we've got Ikem Ekwonu, I think that's how you say it. Excuse me. Going to the New York Football Giants, the second offensive tackle off the board. I've seen some drafts where he's been the first overall pick, so very talented player. Again, you want to protect your quarterback, and he's a great one in that spot. At number 6, I got Malik Willis, quarterback from Liberty. Now, he's a player the Lions haven't mentioned in taking later on. But the the Panthers make a bold move and they get very talented, played very well in the Senior Bowl. And I thought, very good pick for the Panthers. At number 7, the New York Football Giants again go for George Karlaftis, excuse me, can't read, from Purdue, edge. It's pretty much edge and offensive tackle. That's where you're gonna get your early picks. And they want to shore up each line, and they do that with these last 2 picks. The Atlanta Falcons select Kenny Pickett, quarterback from Pittsburgh. Now that's a different one than I had from last time. Matt Ryan's on his last legs, and I thought, overall, is he the number 2 quarterback? Possibly. I thought, it was a very good pick for the Falcons, and they start a new chapter. With the number 9 pick, I got back-to-back. I got Matt Corral from Mississippi, quarterback. Broncos might be a quarterback away from having a really, really good team, and Matt Corral is very talented, and I think the Broncos will be very happy with him. And number 10, the Jets are on the clock again, and this time they go for offensive tackle Charles Cross, and shore up that offensive line. They get a better quarterback, but get the line in place. That's a great start. At number 11, the Washington, I almost said the Washington football team, the Commanders, and they go for, where are they? Ahmad Gardner, cornerback, Sauce Gardner from Cincinnati, and I think the best overall cornerback, and Washington's a tough team to pick for. At number 12, the Minnesota Vikings don't pick anybody. No. I'm the only one that laughs at that. They go over Derek Stingley Jr., at one time rated the number 1 quarterback and maybe even player in the nation. He's slipped a little bit, but if he can regain his form from a couple years ago, they get a steal, unfortunately. 13, the Cleveland Browns, another pick I did before, and that's Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver from the Ohio State. It's pretty obvious you're going to pick a wide receiver, and it just seems like a natural fit. At 14, I've got the Baltimore Ravens picking David Ojabo, the edge from Michigan. So Michigan gets 2 players going early. Ravens are another tough team. They can go lots of different directions. Best player available, probably. And we'll see how that happens there. At 15, I got the Philadelphia Eagles with Devin Lloyd, linebacker from Utah. Eagles have 2 picks, and they got another one right after this. And I think the best overall linebacker. Shore up that defense. At 16, the Eagles again. They've got Andrew Booth, cornerback from Clemson. So really, shoring up that defense. And 2 great picks, I think, for the Eagles. At 17, we got San Diego Chargers. Jordan Davis, another popular pick for the Chargers from Georgia. Huge defensive lineman. Just plug up that middle, and they'll be on their way because that's a great pick for them. At 18, I've got the New Orleans Saints. Treylon Burks, wide receiver from Arkansas. They're going to lose some players in free agency, and I think that's the best overall pick for them. At number 19, the Eagles are up again. This one, they go Tyler Lindenbaum, interior offensive lineman from Iowa. Again, shore up that offensive line, and I'm going to make that a strength of the team. At 20, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers going over Sam Howell, North Carolina. A little early, but I think he fits the Pittsburgh mold, and I like that pick for him. A little short, but I think he'll do well. At 21, the New England Patriots pick Nakobe Dean, another linebacker, this time from Georgia. Very good sideline to sideline. Very good pick. I've seen him. Lions picked him a few times in some drafts. And just a great fit for the Patriots. I got a frog in my throat. At 22, I've got the Raiders, which actually helped say that. I got wide receiver Drake London from USC. The Raiders are going to lose a few wide receivers, so I think that's a great pick for them. At 28, the Cardinals pick Trevor Penning, offensive tackle. They want to protect as much as possible. Kyler Murray. And their offensive line needs some help. So Cardinals, they got kind of at a crossroad. They're having problems with Murray as far as took his name off his, I think it was a Twitter account, things like that. So we'll see. At 24, the Dallas Cowboys select Trent McDuffie, cornerback from Washington, a tall, angular cornerback. Another team to pick for, but I went with the cornerback for them. The Buffalo Bills, another difficult team. I got Jermaine Johnson, edge from Florida State. Really did well for himself at the Senior Bowl. Could go higher than 25. Actually, I would expect it. 26, another tough team to pick for. The Titans, I went with Trayvon Walker, defensive lineman from Georgia. I wasn't really sure who to pick for them. I need more information, more, check more of them out because I'm not really sure what they need, but we'll get there. At 27, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I got Kaiir Elam, cornerback from Florida. They're going to lose, a few players, and you want to protect in the secondary. They could go quarterback, but I don't think so. At 28, the Green Bay Packers select Jameson Williams, wide receiver from Alabama. He's the one that's injured. I think he'll make a full recovery. And if Rodgers goes, then they'll lose their star wide receiver, so they need to replace him. And they usually don't pick wide receivers, but times are changing. At 29, the Miami Dolphins select Chris Olave, wide receiver, the Ohio State. One of my favorite players. They could go in a lot of different directions, but I think they need more weapons for Tua. So he's the best wide receiver on the board at the time. And the last three picks, the Kansas City Chiefs select Jaquan Brisker, the safety from Penn State. A taller safety, and they're probably going to lose the Honey Badgers. So I was specifically looking for a safety, and I had a couple of different ones in mind, but I went with Mr. Brisker there. At 31, I got the Cincinnati Bengals, who lost in the Super Bowl, but good job, guys. Kenyon Green, offensive line. They need to protect their quarterback. So as the highest rated offensive lineman left on the board. They couldn't even trade up. I doubt it, but he's from Texas A&M, by the way. And at 32, your Detroit Lions, their second pick in the third round from the Rams. This is a change. I got Desmond Ridder, quarterback from Cincinnati. Now, I thought he did pretty well in the bowl games and the playoff games. So I wouldn't start him right away. They don't have to. They got Goff to start. He can sit a year behind him and learn him. He has some special plays, but I think for the quarterbacks that were left, he's still the best overall. And there's a couple other ones I like. They're more a pocket passer. But this one I got Desmond Ridder. So we'll see how that goes. So if you like this draft, hate the draft, whatever, comment if you'd like. Subscribe. It's been a while since I got a new subscriber, but that's okay. And it's going to take a while because it's on a Thursday. But another news: the Hawks are still kind of floundering. Baseball is still on strike. They had a meeting yesterday. It lasted like 15 minutes. So they talked. I don't know what they talk about, but I didn't get anything accomplished. Other than that, there's not too much else going on. Free agency starts in a while, and of course the draft obviously is coming up. So there's never an off season in the NFL. So for Mike C, and of course the star of the show, Bucky with the Buds. Hi, buddy, and take care, and we'll catch you down the road. Bye now.